I'm an only child, and I grew up in Spring Branch. My father came to Houston after World War II and met my mother. My father decided to be a small business owner. He was a service station dealer. Mother was a stay-at-home mom for a few years, but my mother really isn't good at being a homemaker, so she went back to work. Well, very involved in Girl Scouts. My mother was a troop leader, and we had a pretty interesting troop. When we were 11 years old in 6th grade, we all decided for our senior trip we wanted to go to Hawaii. So now you have to figure out how to raise money to go to Hawaii, correct? So Mother found the gentleman who delivered eggs. That's kind of what I did for the next 10 years, was sell eggs. And we raised enough money for our troop to go to Hawaii. Well, I think the thing about going to college, especially in my family, certainly nobody went. So I was just going to stay at home. But my mother did say, well, if you're going to go to college, you're going to do the whole thing. You're going to live on campus. So I can't imagine what my school experience would have been like if I hadn't been in those dormitories, because the people I know, the connections that we have, those are still the people, that I'm connected to today. And of course, at the time, there were only guys living in Oberholzer Hall and in OB, and they were calling themselves the OB gangbangers, and still do call themselves the OB gangbangers, and those became my friends. But what makes it extraordinary about that particular group of people, their golf tournament that they started in 1972 called the OB Open, and keeping that tournament going for over 40 years is pretty remarkable. My husband and I were able to make a large contribution to that. For 20 years, we had the after party in the backyard. From driving the beer cart to hosting the party in the backyard. That was my big contribution in the early days, was driving the beer cart. But so that was a lot of fun. I played on the Beauty Bowl for 2 years. I was on the quad squad. We won all female intramural football in 1 year. I left in 1977 to West Central Illinois to go to graduate school. I've always worked for nonprofit. I've worked for the March of Dimes, I've worked for a child abuse prevention agency, I've worked for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. I went back to school in 2000, got a master's in social work. Well, the Graduate College of Social Work is the only college on campus that's just a graduate program. I went all the way to as president, and then I finally went off. I said, as I do have a firm belief that you really do need to turn over people, and you really shouldn't have ongoing board members that are lifetime board members. That's not healthy for any organization. I was very reluctant to go back on when I was invited to come back, and so I did. But this time I really kind of found my little niche being the treasurer. Kind of enjoyed being treasurer and not having some responsibility, but not major responsibilities. Michael is my husband, who I met when I went back to Houston, and we got married in 1987. I certainly wouldn't have any of this involvement at any point level if it wasn't for him. And I was very active when we first got married. I said I wanted to go to the University of Houston football games, and he said sure, and we immediately made a commitment to buy season tickets. I don't really deal with recognition very well. I like doing things. I like reaching out. I like helping people. I like getting people moving and doing things. I like trying to be the driver, but I do it just because I want to. I don't do it for recognition.
Ooh, someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why can't I? Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, and the dream that you she did it to. Why?